sent his messengers to warn his creatures.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah wa man ittaba'a hudah ila yawmiddin. Amma ba'd. Kitaab Tawheed, chapter number 49. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed to test three Israelis, three from among Bani Israel, who were a leper, a blind man, and bald-headed man. Three. So he sent them an angel who came to the leper and said, "What thing do you like most?" He replied, "Good color and good skin," because he has skin disease. "For the people have a strong aversion, dislikeness to me." The angel touched him, and his illness was cured. And he was giving a good color and beautiful skin. The angel asked him, "What kind of property do you like best?" He replied, "Camels or cows." Ishaq, the narrator, is confused. So he, the leper, was giving a pregnant she-camel. And the angel said to him, "May Allah bless you in it." The angel then went to the bald-headed man and said, "What thing do you like most?" He said, "I like good hair and wish to be cured of this disease. For the people feel repulsion for me." The angel touched him, and his illness was cured, and he was giving good hair. The angel asked him, "What kind of property do you like best?" He replied, "Cows or camels." The angel gave him a pregnant cow and said, "May Allah bless you in it." The angel went to the blind man and asked, "What thing do you like best?" He said, "I like that Allah may restore my eyesight to me so that I may see the people." The angel touched his eyes, and Allah gave him back his eyesight. The angel asked him, "What kind of property do you like best?" He replied, "Sheep." So he gave him a pregnant sheep. Afterwards, all the three pregnant animals gave birth to young ones and multiplied and brought forth so much that one of the three men had a herd of camels filling a valley, and one had a herd of cows filling a valley, and one had a flock of sheep filling a valley. Then the angel, disguised in the shape and appearance of a leper, went to the leper and said, "I am a poor man who has lost all means of livelihood while on journey. So none will satisfy my need except Allah and then you. In the name of Him," listen to this, "in the name of Him who has given you such nice color and beautiful skin and so much property, I ask you to give me a camel so that I may reach my destination." The man replied, "I have many obligations. I have many obligations, so I cannot give you." The angel said, "I think I know you. I think I know you. Were you not a leper to whom the people had strong aversion, dislikeness? Weren't you a poor man? And then Allah gave you all this property?" He replied, "This is all wrong. I got this property through inheritance from my forefathers." The angel said, "If you are telling a lie, then let Allah make you as you were before." Then the angel, disguised in the shape and appearance of bald man, went to the bald man and said to him the same as he told the first one. And he too answered the same as the first one did. The angel said, if you are telling a lie, then let Allah make you as you were before. The angel, disguised in the shape of a blind man, went to the blind man and said, I am a poor man and a traveler. What kind of property have been exhausted while on a journey? I have nobody to help me except Allah, and after him, you yourself. I ask you in the name of Allah, in the name of him who has given you back your eyesight, to give me a sheep so that with its help I may complete my journey. The man said, no doubt. No doubt I was blind. No doubt I was blind, and Allah gave me back my eyesight. I was poor, and Allah made me rich. So take anything you wish from my property. Anything, take. By Allah, I will not stop you from taking anything you need of my property, which you may take for Allah's sake. The angel replied, keep your property with you. You, the three men, have been tested, and Allah is pleased with you and is angry with your two companions. This is in Bukhari. Very long hadith, very long hadith. In a nutshell, three from Bani Israel. Abras, a man, a leper, was a skin disease. And one who lost his hair, bald. And the other is blind. So Allah wanted to test the three of them. He sent an angel. He came to the first one and said, what is your wish? What do you want? He said, I want nice skin. Because the people, they have this strong dislikeness. No one wants to get close to me. So everyone is avoiding me. So I need a skin. He said, okay. He wiped him. Beautiful skin. What property do you want? He said, camel or cow. Okay. He gave him pregnant she-camel. And he left him. And he prayed for him, may Allah bless your wealth. And that she-camel gave birth to many camels, till one complete valley was full of camels. He went to the second one, who was bald, huh? He lost his hair. Even today, many people who are bald, huh? They pay a lot of money, right? Some they plant, right? They plant. So he said, what do you want? He said, I want my hair back. He wiped, he got his hair. What property? Cow. Give him a cow, pregnant cow. The cow gave birth to many calves. So much so now the whole valley is full of cows. He went to the blind man. What do you want? I want my eyesight. He wiped his eyes, he got his sight back. What do you want? What property? He said, sheep. Okay, he gave him pregnant sheep. And the sheep gave birth to many young ones. And the whole valley was full of sheep. Now the angel came back to them. He came to the first one as a leper. And he said, a poor fellow, wayfarer, traveling, I have no means that except you give me a camel so that I can reach my destination. I ask you in the name of the one who gave you the nicest skin. Hello? Think. That means he knows that before I had a problem. Because he is saying by the one who gave me, but the man now is drunk, arrogant. He didn't catch it. He said, no, you are mistaken. First of all, I have many obligations. Look, the whole valley is full of camels. One give me. No, I have many obligations. Okay. And you are mistaken. I was not having skin disease. Said, okay, if you are lying, may Allah take you back to that initial state. And he went to the second, the one who is now, mashallah, has beautiful hair. Said, a wayfarer, I also have no means to reach my destination except by Allah, then by you, give me just one cow. The same reply. I have many obligations. By the one who gave you this nice hair. No, I was not bald before. If you are telling a lie, may Allah take you to that state. He came to the blind man and he told him, I am a wayfarer, I am a traveler. I have no means of reaching my destination. Can you please give me one sheep? I ask you by the one who restored your eyesight. The blind man said, yes, I was blind and I was poor and Allah gave me this. And today, I will never stop you. Go, take whatever you want. It is all from Allah. You can take. The angel said, may Allah bless you. May Allah bless your wealth. You were only tested, you and your two friends. Allah is pleased with you and angry with your two friends. So this hadith, this is a true story, happened in Bani Israel. In Bani Israel. This is in Bukhari. The Prophet ﷺ is telling us. So you have to be grateful. And you shall not say this wealth was given to me because I deserve it. Always keep thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, this brings us to the end of chapter 49. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from becoming arrogant, and may Allah increase our knowledge in the deen, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our hearts upon the truth. Ameen.
Keep them his messengers. Welcome, Ramadan.
This is Dr. Jonathan Cazalas wishing my dear brothers and sisters in Islam a blessed and beneficial Ramadan. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us from those who take full advantage of this month, thereby strengthening our taqwa and having our sins forgiven.
It is Ramadan. It is Ramadan.
The more you hear about it, the more you desire to prepare for it. Life after death. Journey of the soul. The day of resurrection. The torment of the hellfire. The reward of paradise. Stay tuned for a life-changing, heart-softening, spiritually uplifting series about the hereafter exclusively on Peace TV.
Know the vivid descriptions of paradise and hellfire from the Quran and authentic ahadith, and acquire life-changing habits to be successful in the hereafter. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. and repeat telecast at 6 a.m. India on Peace TV. Courage it takes to stand up for what you believe in. Courage it takes to be true and righteous. Courage it takes to dare and answer your questions, be they social, political, economic, educational, or religious. To get clear and convincing answers,
Test your courage and question me in Dare to Ask.
Dare to Ask, next on Peace TV.
Keep them his messengers.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah wa man ittaba'a hudah ila yawm ad-din. Amma ba'd. Kitaab Tawheed, chapter number 50. Every name which leads to the service of other than Allah is prohibited. In other words, if we enslave any of our children to other than Allah, that is haram. For instance, to say that your child, he is Abdul Nabi, the slave of the Prophet. This is not allowed, because we are only servants and slaves for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Afdalul Asma, the best names, Abdullah and Abdul Rahman. So the best name, Abdullah, the servant of Allah, and Abdul Rahman, the servant of the Beneficent. So always we give the names to our children that they are servant, and then one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are you following? So any name which leads to the service of other than Allah, it's not permissible, it is haram in Islam. And Islam has its own way of naming. The system of naming people should be, first of all, that they should be enslaved for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And secondly, you have to choose good names for your children. A child has many rights over his parents, many rights. Among his rights is to give him the best name. Give your child the best name. Some people, unfortunately, they choose the ugliest and the worst names for their children. You know that. And sometimes this is associated with superstitious belief. For example, some people, if for instance he is losing children, every time a child is born, he dies. Then the people tell him, give the child bad name, he will live. So he gives the child an ugly name. And sometimes Allah wills that child to live. So the child survives. So they think because of the ugly name. Are you following? Though the child could have lived without that name, whether you gave that ugly name or not, the child would live, because Allah decreed that that child would live. Are you following? So you give the child the best name. At the time of Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, a man came with his son complaining. He's saying, my son is not dutiful to me. He's not obeying me. He's disobedient. So Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, he asked the child. He said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, my father did not give me my rights. He did not choose for me good mother. And he gave me one of the most despicable and the ugliest name. So he said, what is your name? He said, Ju'l. You know what's the meaning of Ju'l? You know the beetle, the dung beetle. You know the dung beetle that rolls the dung? That's the meaning of Ju'lan. So he gave this bad name to his son, dung beetle. So Sayyidina Umar said, you were undutiful, and you as a father, you failed to give the child his rights. So how you expect the child now to be dutiful to you? So the child in Islam has rights over his parents, over the father. That you choose for the child the good mother, the righteous mother, not wicked one, not immoral one. You choose the chaste and modest mother for the child. This is the right of the child. And when the child is born, you give him the best name. And you make aqiqah for him on the 7th day. And you make his mother to breastfeed him for 2 years. So the child has many rights. So to give the child the best name, this is one of the rights of the child. Also, in Islam, the Prophet ﷺ used to change the bad names. because that was the custom and the habit of the Arabs. The Arabs, they had their own philosophy. They give the best names for their slaves and the ugliest name for their children. This is the philosophy of the Arabs before Islam. For their children, they give them names of animals. Asad, lion. Laith, also another name for the lion, because the lion has many names in the Arabic language. Deeb, his name is Deeb, wolf. So this is the philosophy of the Arabs. Kalb, dog. Kulayb, little dog. These are the names of many of the Arabs in the past. Why do you give bad names to your children? They said, to scare and frighten our enemies. So when I call my child, I say, oh, lion, come here. Understand? So the enemy hears, I'm calling a lion. This is the philosophy. Whereas our slaves, they will be dealing with us. So we would give them beautiful names. Amber. You know Amber? Amber. So they give beautiful names to their slaves. So Islam came and said, no. You should not give bad names to your children. And the Prophet ﷺ, he would change. The moment he found a bad name, he would change it to a good name. So this chapter talks that every name should be, when we give names to our children, we say that they're servants of Allah, servants of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَمَّا آتَاهُمَا صَالِحًا جَعَلَ لَهُ شُرَكَاءَ فِيمَا آتَاهُمَا فَتَعَالَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ. So this ayah, Allah talks about the human beings. But when He gave them a salih, good in every aspect, a good child, they, the parents, ascribed partners to Him, Allah, in that which He has given to them. High is Allah, exalted above all that they ascribe as partners to Him. This is Surah number 7, Ayah 190. Allah is saying that whenever I bestow and bless two couples a child, instead of making this child my servant, my slave, they enslave him for other than me. Are you following? So that is shirk. That is what? Shirk. You have to give a name to the child, so this child feels that he's a slave and servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is true. Among the Muslims, these names are common. That he's a servant of so-and-so, a servant of Wali so-and-so. Right? His name is Abdul Wali, and Abdul Wali so-and-so, Abdul Nabi, and the like. Is he Abdul Nabi or Abdullah? He's the servant of Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, but when He gave them a salih child, they ascribed partners to Him. How you ascribe partners to Allah? By enslaving the child, by giving him this servant of so-and-so or slave of so-and-so. And that is shirk, and you should not do so. High is Allah, exalted above all that they ascribe as partners to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allama ibn Hazm rahimahullah, Ibn Hazm, he said that Muslims were collectively agreed upon the impermissibility of every name which means service to anyone other than Allah. It's haram. Such as Abd Umar, slave of Umar, Abd Umar, or Abdul Kaaba, slave of the Kaaba, and the like. It's totally haram in Islam. Then Ibn Hazm said, except Abdul Muttalib. He said only the exception is Abdul Muttalib. But actually even Abdul Muttalib is not an exception. Because Abdul Muttalib, it doesn't mean the servant or slaves. Because Al-Muttalib is not one of the names of Allah. But what happened, that Abdul Muttalib himself, when he was brought he went to see his relatives in Medina as a child. And when he came back, because of the journey and the heat, he became dark. And he was put on the back of the camel with his father. So some people thought that this is a slave because they saw his dark skin. Hence, he was called Abdul Muttalib. Not because he was named Abdul Muttalib. Are you following? But because the people thought that he was a slave because of the color of his skin, the boy became dark because of the journey. So even Abdul Muttalib, you cannot say that Al-Muttalib is one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or it is permissible. So Ibn Hazm has said, except Abdul Muttalib, it is permissible, even that. So we have to always give the names of our children, as the Prophet ﷺ said, Abdullah and Abdul Rahman are the best names. My dear brothers and sisters and dear viewers, we'll be covering Kitaab Tawheed in the coming episode. Looking forward to seeing you. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.